Welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Dr. Mayo with BizCrown Media with your digital marketing news for this week. And we help you with digital marketing strategies at BizCrown Media, digital marketing tools, digital marketing apps. So it's only right that we give you and provide you some great digital marketing news that'll be really beneficial. And this week, got a lot of great information. As a matter of fact, I can't cover it all. I just had to pick the ones that I thought would be really relevant to everybody here. But there's just a lot of great updates going on. And without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. Starting off with, as usual, Instagram. So what's going on now in the Instagram world? Instagram chief shares tips on how to improve content performance. So this week, in his weekly Q&A sessions on IG Stories, the IG chief shared some quick tips to help improve your IG content performance, which, to be clear, won't suddenly triple your reach or anything crazy like that, they say. But first it's on reposting your content in different formats. What did he say? He says that reposting your reels to stories will expand your reach. I'm going to say that again. Reposting your reels to your stories will expand your reach. As per the chief, he said posting a reel to your stories will help a bit with reach. Usually, for most people, your feed posts get a lot more reach than your stories. And this is because there's a ton of stories inventory. So there's a lot more competition relative to feed. But it will just generally be additive to but it will just generally be additive. So it's a good practice as long as it's not something that annoys your followers. So straight from the head, and then he also shared a tip on collab posts, which he says sees better performance when the account with a bigger following sends the collab request. In general, the ranking system for collab posts is biased more towards the original collaborator than the person who accepts. So it really shouldn't matter, but right now it matters a bit. So if the original collaborator is the larger account, that will help on the margins. And this is the IG chief saying that. Can we fix that? Does it have to be that way? That is some real bias there. But at least they're keeping it real. They're letting us know, hey, let the bigger guy send it to you right now. But in the meantime, hopefully they could do it in such a way where it doesn't matter who sends a collab, you just still get your reach. But hey, totally understand. Now, next Instagram news, Instagram adds options to tag a channel when uploading a post. Instagram's added a new way to engage with channels in the app, with users now able to tag channels within the post upload process. So as you can see in this example, Instagram has added a new option in the upload flow to tag channel, which is right here. You see that? Under tag products, it's tag channel, providing another way to highlight content into channel streams. Again, depending on what you're using, the phone or system, it might not be right here. You just might need to look for it in this whole list of things, but Tag Channel is now there. So they first launched channels in February last year, providing a 1-2 many broadcasting options for creators so that fans can keep in touch with their latest updates via IG DMs. And with messaging becoming the key sharing option in the app, channels better aligns with emerging user behaviors and provides more options for popular users to maximize engagement. So the ability to tag a channel in your upload flow will make this a little easier, as channel owners will now be able to immediately share their latest updates direct into the channel feed as opposed to manually reposting a link to their latest post. So just an easier way to maintain engagement with broadcast chats, they say. And it could be worth considering. Instagram says that channels has been a winner with many users, and that it's seen steady growth in channels adoption and usage. So those are two things to go look out for, is now that you can tag a channel, which is really, really cool, and that you can also that you don't have to go through the process of reposting your channel. Now it's just in the flow. So go check that out. Another update on Instagram, which I thought was amazing. Now let's still on the Instagram bandwagon here. Instagram adds music to profiles. So this I think is actually very nice. What they say is Instagram's adding the capacity to include your favorite songs of the moment on your IG profile so that you can highlight your music taste to profile visitors. Not only that, I think if you're an artist and you have music that you make to, this could be also a great opportunity for you to market your music. Now, because music defines you, right? Because the song you choose says so much about who you are as a person. So, IG's version is the song won't autoplay in the app, thankfully, like it used to be in MySpace days, but it'll provide a means to showcase your track of the moment. And they say, we're excited to announce that you can now add a song to your profile, giving you more ways to express yourself through music. Your profile song selection will live on your profile until you swap out the song. So now you can promote your favorite bands and artists while also ideally showing something of yourself with your music creation. And to add to that, you can also promote yourself as an artist if you make music. Now they're saying Facebook has also tried out the same to seemingly minimal response, but now it's available on IG too with younger users in particular. So I think this is also available on Facebook. I haven't seen it, and that explains it when they say minimal response here. So why launch it now? Well, Instagram's been looking to add more music elements overall, likely with an eye to a future in the US without TikTok. TikTok has become a key element for music production to the point that TikTok is now considered essential for many music publishers, with some artists even changing the name of their songs to align with the music trends, which means some artists selling out, which is totally okay. But if TikTok ends up getting removed from the US, all of that music promotion work will need to shift elsewhere, and Instagram's looking to position itself as the best alternative for such within the social media sphere. And on that front, Instagram has also added your music stickers, which enables users to respond to a story with a track. While it's also added music and notes, song lyrics, displaying reels, and other music elements, what they also need to do is let the algorithm flow, just like it does on TikTok. Give the people more views. Optimize it, share with a whole lot more people. Figure that out, then that won't be an issue. So because you go on TikTok, you share music, and it reaches a whole lot more people than it will on your reels. Like, I mean, come on, where else would I spend my time then? So that's something to think about. So I like this. I think it's all bright and dandy, but at the end of the day, share the videos like TikTok's sharing it, and then you'll probably see a lot more. All right, let's move again to Instagram. Now, Instagram chief flags coming changes to profile grid displays. This could prompt a significant shift in your IG posting strategy, and that's true. As you may have noticed in the app, Instagram is currently testing a new vertical grid display on users' profiles, which switches from the traditional square shaped thumbnails images to longer stills in streams. So as you can see it here, it's not the square. These are actually long. And some IG profiles already have this new updated profile grid format. I don't have it yet, which better aligns with videos, especially reels and formatting. In fact, it pretty much is the reels grid, and that's what I think it is. That's the reels grid, but translated to the main feed with all of your posts set to be adapted over to this display. And this, or a variation of it, is likely coming to all users soon, as explained by the IG chief again in his most recent Q&A clip. We're actually testing a vertical grid, he says. For those of you who haven't seen it yet for your profile, instead of squares. Now, squares are from way back in the day when you can only upload square photos to Instagram. And I know this can be annoying for some of you who really spend a lot of time curating and making sure everything lines up. But I would really like to do better by the content creators of today, not the past. And that's what it is when it comes to digital marketing. I've noticed about today. What can you do for me today? Not who you were back then. And the vast majority of what is uploaded to Instagram today is vertical. They are listening to their audience. You might want to take a cue from this, which is to listen to your audience. It's either 4:3 in a photo or 9:16 in a video, and cropping it down to a square is pretty brutal. So I'm hoping we can figure out a way to manage this transition. So look out for vertical grids if you haven't found it yet. Don't be surprised. Don't think your phone is acting up. It's changing, and it's going to happen because they are listening to their followers. So time to adapt. But that's it on Instagram. I thought that was really great information. And while still on Instagram, let's just dip into Threads, since Threads is kind of linked to IG. So Threads launches live test of disappearing posts. After it was spotted in testing back in June, Threads has now launched a live test of disappearing updates in the app with selected users, which it's hoping will facilitate more engagement and interaction in its Twitter Challenger tool. So, as you can see in this example shared by the app researcher, Threads posting option sees your updates erased from the app after 24 hours. The ephemeral posting options sees your updates erased from the app after 24 hours. When activated, users who have access can choose to activate the option within their post creation tools. So, as you can see here, your post and all replies your post and all replies will be automatically deleted in 24 hours and removed from your profile. So, well, Meta has confirmed to TechCrunch that a small number of Threads users are now able to try out the option with a view to providing more ways for users to feel less restricted by having their updates permanently tied to them in the app. Because having your social posts linked back to your name in perpetuity on the web can lead to problems. We've seen this over and over again with many celebrities being dragged for their past ill informed, insensitive, or offensive tweets and posts, which get dredged up when they suddenly become the focus of increased media attention. Well, that may be a key reason why people are now posting far less to social media platforms than they used to, with most engagement activities switching to private messaging groups instead. But I gotta let you know, your DM isn't private, and unless you're trusting who you're sending it to, they can always share with somebody else depending on your circumstances. You blow up, man, and somebody else is calling, like, do you have some info on that person? We're gonna give you some solid money. Yeah, they're gonna give up your DMs, man. So be careful. Be careful. But that's what's going on right now with Threads, and that it's just the fact that we see it on Snapchat, we see it on stories now. So they're just trying to, make it make it work, So I think it's good for those who want it. What I like the most about it is like you have the option. You have the option to delete it or have it up there. So that's kind of cool. That's it for Instagram and Threads. Now we're going to move on to Meta. All right, Meta activates Threads cross posting from Facebook and Instagram. A lot of social media managers are going to love this. Okay, this is probably one of those just because you can doesn't mean that you should updates, he says. But as reported by TechCrunch, you are now able to cross post from both Instagram and Facebook to Threads so you can effectively amplify your updates across all three apps at once. How convenient. Just be careful that you're not mixing and matching. As you can see in the images now, the option to cross post to Threads is available within your Facebook and IG Composer settings. As you see here, automatic sharing, Threads. Meta's been testing out Threads cross posting in various forms over the last few months, and now it's available to all users, though you have to proactively switch it on within your post settings. Now, here are a few notes. You can't cross post reels at this stage. You can't cross post reels at this stage. You can activate auto sharing to Threads for all your IG posts. You can't cross post Facebook videos, only text and link posts. And when you cross post from IG, the post caption becomes text for Threads post, and hashtags are converted into plain text. So now you can more easily amplify your updates across each platform all at once within certain parameters. But the question is, should you? That's totally up to you. That is your strategy. However it's convenient for you, that's totally up to you. But you have that option now, and I think that's cool. Now, moving on again, still on Meta. Meta adds labels to business chats in Messenger. So Meta's looking to clarify how its data collection process works within business chats on Messenger with the addition of new in-stream labels that'll differentiate between business and personal interactions in the app. Now, you can see here, it says business chat. See that? And it says business chats and your privacy. This is the main thing. As you can see in this example, business chats on Messenger will now include a business chat label in the top title bar, which I just showed you here. While there's also new business chats and your privacy short link cut. When you click that, this is what you're going to see. And the main intention here is to clarify that while end-to-end encryption is being rolled out to all personal chats on Messenger. Business chats see the user sharing information with Meta and the business itself, which could then be used for future ad targeting and marketing purposes. In other words, business chats are not private and are not protected by the same encryption tools by default. As such, Meta is looking to ensure that users are aware that they're submitting their info for potentially expanded purposes within this these interactions. So we're giving people more information about how their business messages may be used to improve their experience depending on where people live. This could include improved product experiences such as faster response, personalized ads, and improved AI quality. So the key thing to know is that now it's going to clarify it's a business chat, which I think is cool. Kind of like officializes you more, but it lets you know at the same time, like, hey, this is not as private as your personal. So again, keep in mind when you are using it that that information is being also that data is also going to Meta for other purposes. So that's it for Meta. Great information there to take note of and to be aware of. Now we're going to move into the Snapchat world. Snapchat launches native iPad app. Wow, good news for Snapchat marketers as well as creators. As per the latest iOS updates, notes on the Snapchat app, Snapchat now offers native support for iPad. This means that Snapchat will fill an iPad's full screen, providing you with a larger canvas when capturing snaps and allowing you to see more friends on the second and fourth tabs. So, actually, it's been available for some time on there, but you could see this is how it was. It was in the full screen. You had all these edges on the side. You see the iPad version of the app comes with black bars along the side. The iPad version of the app comes with black bars along the sides in order to fit the screen into the iPad format. There are also other display limits that can cause glitches in presentation because the app that you're seeing isn't made for the bigger iPad display. And that's what's been going on. It looks kind of junky, not as clear. But now with this update, you'll have a full-size, fully functional version of the app. I hope it works on the iPad Pro because I use the iPad Pro, the big one. That'll be so amazing. Built specifically for the large iPad screen, the larger iPad screen. That'll obviously increase Snapchat's usage and accessibility. But as noted, it could also make it a good testing ground for new ads and in app experiences, as you'll be able to view them in a larger format. You'll also be able to test your AR. You'll also be able to test your AR Snap Lens experience on a larger screen. So look out for that. Snapchat is launching the native iPad app for us iPad users. I thought that was exciting because you don't want to watch everything on your phone, do a lot of creative stuff on your iPad. So, still on Snapchat though, Snap and Meta prepare to showcase AR glasses. I guess this is Snap and Meta. So, we're set to get a preview of the next stage of digital connection shortly, with both Snap and Meta reportedly preparing to showcase their respective AR glasses, which will eventually bring digital overlays to mainstream. How cool! As reported by The Verge, both companies are planning to provide demonstrations of their AR glasses next month, though they won't be made available to the public just yet, which is kind of interesting because I know Meta just shut an AR studio, but you know. Now, the first big reveal will come from Snap CEO, who's set to unveil the fifth generation of spectacles on September 17th at the annual Partner Summit. And the following week, on September 25th, the Facebook guy is slated to debut Meta's first AR glasses, codenamed Orion, at his Connect conference in Menlo Park. So yeah, so they're gonna look out for that. The AR glasses, the fun things that they're gonna do. I thought that was just great information to share because hey, it's all about the VR, the AR now, and how exciting you can make it, and make worlds like change, from a virtual perspective. But that's it for Snapchat. I thought that was like really great information that you needed to know about. Now we are going to go into TikTok, which is amazing because TikTok has published the guide to 2024 holiday marketing. Again, these guides, I always tell you about them. They're very helpful From a digital marketing perspective, as a social media manager, as an agency, we look at these guys, you follow them, and it just makes your life easier. So, is TikTok part of your marketing mix for your holiday outreach plan? And if not, you should still consider this for your other channel. If you're not on TikTok, still look at this. You can use it for Facebook, you can use it for Pinterest. I mean, okay. So they've published a new guide to holiday marketing focused on the EU market, which includes a range of tips, usage insights, and data pointers to help you map out your strategy. And it's a 18-pager guide with email sign up. But in this post, you look at some of the keynotes here. So as you can see here, the back to school, Halloween, peak, Black Friday, peak, Christmas, New Year's. So specific overview of when people are looking for Christmas gift inspiration and how TikTokers approach that period. So as you can see here, 6 months before, 8%. 4 to 5 months before, 8%. 2 to 3 months before, 22%. 2 to 3 weeks before, 19%. 1 month before, 28%. So start shopping for gifts. 2 and 3, start shopping for gifts at least 1 month before Christmas. 9% 1 week before, 6% a few days before, 1% days before. And if you're in my household here, it happens like starts happening in July. So that could help you strategize your outreach to ensure that you're getting your message in front of consumers. And that's what I tell people at times, like, do you even need to go and watch when it's time to start doing Christmas shopping when you could just look in the house and see what people are already doing, like looking at catalogs and stuff? That already gives you an idea. Now, the products most gifted for Christmas by TikTok users are 59% clothes and accessories, 54% beauty, fragrance, and skincare, 49% toys and games, along with an outline for your marketing plan. Look at this. Killer hook, unique selling points, your clear call to action. And then TikTok's also included notes on quarter 5 or the season after Christmas, when many shoppers are out seeking bargains and personal shopping. Inspire connections with TikTok users by paying attention to their goals in quarter 5. Personal values, yeah, because it's the new year, healthier lifestyle. It's the new year, traveling more. Personal finances and career change. So this is like really good info for your marketing, holiday planning. Take it, run with it, and you'll need to sign up, but maybe even the little nuggets I've given you here will be quite beneficial. So go check that out, the TikTok holiday guide. Now, TikTok reveals the top 10 songs of summer in the app. You know, TikTok is all about music, and I just thought this would be cool, but they do have the top 10 songs in the app. Why is this helpful? Well, if you want to post content, these are probably some of the songs that you want to tag because it'll help your output, it'll help your reach, it'll help your engagement because people are already listening to these songs and they like it. And so this is sort of like a gateway into your content. So go check them out. Use these songs so that you can expand your reach and also enjoy them, for the summer if you've not heard it. All right, now, still on the TikTok bandwagon. TikTok enables users to create their own AI voiceover voice. Wow, I'm telling you, I told you guys that. Stuff is really happening, man. So TikTok's now enabling users to create AI simulations of their own voice in the app so that you can voice over your TikTok clips with your own digital voice as opposed to the generic template speakers in the app. These guys. Now you could create your own voice instead of using Paw Talk or Trickster or Joey, Bianca, Pigsy, Ruby. No, now you could create your own voice. As you can see in this example posted by the app researchers, some TikTok users now have the option to create your own AI voice within your video voice over options. So when selected, the process that enables you to create your AI voice by speaking into your device. You can then use that voice on your future clips, saving you from having to strain your precious vocal cords too much, while you also can translate your custom voiceover into other languages. That's some great stuff. So the option is a result of TikTok's parent company, ByteDance's research in AI voice replication, which is another element of its broader AI push. And back in January, Business Insider reported that ByteDance had developed a new AI model that's able to replicate any person's voice with believable enough accuracy based on minimal input. So I have my AI voiceover in video, do a lot of videos in video using my voice. So this technology has existed. And it helps because it's not in every video I could be in. I still want to convey my ideas using my voice without having to use somebody else's voice. So that really helps. So go check that out now. You can now use your voice. So maybe this is not actually a good addition, but for some reason, social platforms seem convinced that creating an AI version of yourself is something that people really want to do, with Meta also enabling creators to build AI chatbots that respond in their style and voice. Totally up to you, totally up to your strategy. If you don't have the time, you're an entrepreneur, you don't have as many people to help support you, and you need your voice to reach as many people out there, totally worth a consideration, because your voice could be talking on your behalf when you're asleep and still connecting to people that need your help. So go check that out. I think that's really cool in TikTok now, and hopefully, as I've shown here, how you can get to that point, but probably still do a tutorial video on it anyway. All right. Now let's move into LinkedIn. LinkedIn launches in-feed video carousels. So you may have noted these already, as LinkedIn has been rolling them out over the last few weeks, but the professional social network is making a new push on video content via in-feed carousels of video clips. Now, this is an example of how it is. So if you're looking at your LinkedIn timeline, you're going to see these videos here, and I think probably you could scroll to the right, maybe, or to the left. So as you can see, this example, LinkedIn's video carousels provide you with expansive side-scrolling displays of video clips. The videos are shown algorithmically matched to you based on your in-app activity and noted profile details, and tapping into any of the display clips then takes you through to LinkedIn's TikTok like full screen video presented in vertical format. LinkedIn launched this new feedback in March as part of its effort to lean into evolving content trends. It's a good way for LinkedIn to promote its expanding library of user generated video content and boost its appeal to younger audiences in particular who are more aligned with video updates. Indeed, just last month, LinkedIn reported that 1.5 million pieces of content are now being uploaded to the app every minute, with video being its fastest growing content type. LinkedIn also reported that video uploads are 34% up year over year, underlining this element. That's amazing. When I started on LinkedIn, I felt like I was the only guy uploading videos there. Because I was uploading videos on LinkedIn like 2015, 2016 and stuff. And barely like people weren't, and I was like, so I think that's cool. What I do think is actually cool though is now that the vertical format is dominating, because still a few months ago I was researching and it was still more the square format and the landscape format. But as you can see here, the vertical format now is dominating. And when you do look at the feeds, you will see that a lot of vertical videos are now being uploaded there. So I think that's kind of cool. If you do want to, I mean, if you do run into it, at least you know, and you could, again, start creating content that is now vertical, knowing now that they are launching this. And typically when these guys launch new tools, the first people to jump on them get the best optimization. Honestly, they do. So if they're doing this, that means they might still want some more vertical videos. Granted, they're getting a lot more, but hey, that's a bandwagon that I would strictly suggest that you jump on. And I thought it was good because when I was consistently posting videos on LinkedIn, it really helped the business. I was always getting leads. I was always busy. And I always then would always actually measure my success based on the number of videos I posted on LinkedIn. Because I noticed if I posted a lot of videos on LinkedIn, there was a lot of activity that generated a lot of business. And when I didn't, maybe when I got caught up in the activity, I wasn't doing as many videos, then you just notice that the leads and the inquiries start to drop. So LinkedIn, B2B, amazing. So go check that out. Start doing videos for that. Now, we are going to wrap it up with YouTube. Let's wrap it up with the YouTube news. And I think this is eye-opening. YouTube becomes first streaming platform to reach 10% of TV viewing. YouTube continues to rise as a key entertainment option, with the latest Nielsen TV and streaming report showing that YouTube now makes up 10.4% of all TV viewing in the US, the first streaming platform to reach the double-digit mark. As you can see right in here, look at YouTube, 10.4%. Netflix 8.4 right behind. Prime 3.4. Hulu 2.7. Disney 2.1. Tubi 2.1, Roku 1.6, Peacock 1.5, Max 1.4, Paramount 1.1, and Pluto, just like the planet. That's not the planet, it's zero point 0.7. Now, as you can see in the above chart, it's showing that YouTube is the single dominant content source in Nielsen's tracking chart, um, which is kind of cool. The point here, though, is that things are changing. Demographics are changing. The point is, younger viewers don't watch traditional TV anymore, with legacy media slowly dying out with every generation. So, most streaming offerings from traditional providers are flailing, with YouTube's ubiquity and connection with youngsters setting the foundation for dominance in entertainment media. So, as such, it should be a key consideration for all digital marketers seeking to maximize their messaging. Hear that? Just as TV ads were once the best opportunity for increasing brand awareness, YouTube is now taking that mantle, and Andrew's completely right here, but with more advanced targeting to specific audiences, helping to reduce ad costs because I can do a video on YouTube and target the people that I want to reach, and it can reach them as opposed to me spending a lot of money and just putting on TV and just not even knowing if the people that are watching it want my stuff. That's what they're trying to say there. So I thought that was great to know because this lets you know that YouTube is powerful for you as a brand. And if you think about it, before we would just say, oh man, if only I could get a commercial on TV, if only I could get a commercial on TV. That's changing now. The power shift, as you can see, is now if only I could put a commercial on YouTube to reach my audience. So take advantage of YouTube is the key thing here as it grows and as it's dominating in the media landscape. Wow, that was a lot of information, and that's it. I hope it was beneficial, and I hope there's a lot here that you could put to use. And I got to tell you guys, like, there's still a lot that I didn't cover here. Not a lot. A few other stuff that I didn't cover here that I was just like, wow, maybe some other time because this was just great information. And to end it, we are starting the Digital Marketing Academy. It's an 8-week intensive, fun digital marketing program where you get to pick your specialty that we're launching this September. Go check it out. If you do want help with your digital marketing strategies, we are here to help you with that. So I hope this was helpful. If it is, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can always continue to get digital marketing updates, AI marketing updates, content marketing updates, and a whole lot more. Thanks for your support. Till next time, take care.